now rocking with TDF everything. Spoiled Rotten.
Spoiler alert.
Welcome and welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
It's me, Daniel,
And this is Ben.
on Spoiled Rotten. And today, we are spoiling the first two episodes of X-Men 97 Season 2. Just up top, we are going to be probably doing this more frequently than every two, but for the first little bit, because of my travel schedule, we're going to be doing the first two this week. Next week will be 3 and 4, and then we will dip our toe into my adventures with Superman, and then come back to this when I'm back to record new episodes. But just letting everyone know up top that that's happening. Also, probably going to be worse audio than normal. It's just too hot in my house to not have the air conditioning on and fan going at this time.
Yeah, I definitely cannot hear anything, so I think you're good, but we'll see. We'll let the audiophiles judge.
Yes, it'll all come out in the edit or be revealed.
Yes.
So yeah, we're back. It took a couple of years,
baby.
a couple of disgraced showrunners, but we're
Yep.
here. We're back.
Who is now an executive producer, which is...
That makes sense considering he was finished with season 2.
Yeah, he basically
When they
did all of season 2, you know.
I've seen
So-
people say they rewrote it so they didn't have to give him writing credit, but that feels...
That feels wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that does lead me into my first reaction, which was like, it does feel less black than before, so I believe they did rewrite it.
Well, okay. Now, I don't necessarily know what that means. You know what I don't know what that means.
It feels, I'm not saying it feels worse, but it feels less black, very markedly so. Like, we're only talking about 2 episodes, but
Yes.
I remember them having references to like a different world, like out of nowhere. And so there's like surface level stuff like that. But we also went through Scott Summers talking as if he were black, talking about the whole, hey, you're just lucky we don't want to treat you like the way you treat us, and those kinds of deeper conversations.
I see what you mean.
That seem to be stripped out of the 3 episodes we have seen. We're not talking about episode 3 this time around, but I would say that does feel noticeable. And
That's
it's not
fair.
like they didn't have opportunity to have those kind of conversations in the first 2 episodes.
Sure. So I guess, yeah, that whole rewriting thing to
I would say I would believe it. If that is,
Yeah.
if it is just a rumor, I believe the rumor, because I'm like, yeah, I do notice a difference in what
Sure.
they're willing to dig into.
Yeah, because, I mean, it does feel like it's a weird spot in the sense where episode 1 and 2 just get off the ground, they get going, right?
Mhm.
They're very much like, hey, we ended last season on a huge cliffhanger. Let's just get to that right away. So the time for those discussions, I feel like, is conveniently able to be swept aside along with everything that you're saying.
I don't think that's true for episode 2. They literally have an ice insert.
Yeah, I really am looking forward to talking about episode 2. For sure.
But I don't actually agree with that. I think that it's prime for them to have conversations like that.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
I think what has remained from Bodumeo is the love for characters who aren't Wolverine and giving people moments to make them look very cool and to actually establish them as characters in their own right, and not just, oh, the person who's not insert famous character here.
Right.
I think that has stuck with the show, and I do appreciate it. So I'm not saying I think the show is objectively worse. I just feel like, oh, I'm missing that element of it.
Yeah. I definitely felt something was off, and I kind of knew it would be, knowing the Bo DeMaio kind of stuff that happened and how he's not effectively the showrunner anymore and all that kind of stuff. And but still having, I guess, his DNA within the characters and all that kind of stuff, which is really, really kind of nice. But you're right, it's there's a disservice to what it could have been if he was still there,
or whatever the regime was. Like,
right?
Yeah, unless they really were like, it's only that one black guy that was able to get that across. I'm like, I hope not, but maybe so.
I genuinely hope not.
But yeah, those were my initial thoughts. That I am happy to be back. I think that the love for the characters is still there. I think the proper balance of soap opera and a bit more grounded storytelling is still there. It's just missing that piece that for me made it extra special the first time around. Even though I had some qualms with how specifically Sunspot was dealt with. But overall, my lasting memory of it was that it was a bit more special because of those elements.
Yeah, it was definitely 97 season 1 was it was very, very special because it was one of those things where, and I don't know if I said this when we reviewed 97 season 1, but it was one of those things where going into it, I was like, oh no, I hope they don't ruin my memory and experience of the original X-Men run. They managed to completely build off of it in even better ways. So I'm just like,
I don't think you would have said that because we were actively reviewing the original series and being like, this isn't great.
Yeah, that's true.
So
the
I
original
think
series
watching the original ruined the memory, not necessarily 97.
I mean, you're right. There's a lot of movies I hold in high regard, and then every now and then I'll talk about them, and someone will be like, have you watched it recently? And then I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, I really am looking back at this with rose-tinted glasses.
That happens very rarely for me, but when it does, I'm just like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, no, you're a much more grounded to reality person than I am. I am very much up in the clouds.
I don't think that's fair to say about yourself. I just think I just like what I like, so even if I'm aware that other people don't like it, I'm just like, still works for me.
Yeah. No, I it is fair for me to say about myself. I'm a dreamer. I'm an emotional guy. I have accepted that about myself.
All right. Well, episode 1, Dave's the Past Future, which I was so scared I was going to get wrong, I had to look it up. Well, it starts with Bishop and Forge, and they're kind of like, all right, so things aren't going great. There's like the news. We always check in with the news in the present day, and they're like, yeah, things really suck. The X-Men are just gone. And Bishop's just like, all right, you're going to go to the future for obvious Storm reasons. I will go to the past. See ya. And Forge is kind of just like, oh man, like I'm a man of science. This is laughing in the face of time travel. And he's just like, I just like that Forge is like, okay, just do it, man. You just gotta go.
Yeah, it's like, get over yourself.
Get in the machine. Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta save the world. What are you doing?
So Forge goes through. We see him in 3,960. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to 39, 60, 80.
The 50th
40th.
The 40th or something century.
Yeah, it's the 40th century, and that can't be right. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is, it's the 40th century. I thought they were supposed to be Sentinels, but I've since learned they are just, like, not Doombots. I want to call them Doombots, but they're just, like, Apocalypse bots, basically.
Sure.
They have a name. They're not Sentinels. I was like, oh, fair enough.
Right.
I guess that wouldn't make sense, because while I was watching, I was like, why would Sentinels work for a mutant? And then I later found out it's because they are not Sentinels.
Yeah. But Wolverine still treats them the same.
Yeah, he's out there, and he beats them. I didn't notice until the second time. I'm like, oh, he's breaking his bones every time. Like, there was one time, like, oh, that looked like it hurt him. I'm like, oh, because he literally broke his bones. You know, the bone claws.
Yeah.
Tough break.
I do like that. I do like that continuity of, like, they remember last season where we stripped him from the adamantium. This is the result of that, baby.
But he looks cool.
He does look
and
cool.
he saves the day, but it takes a lot out of him.
Yes.
And yeah, then we get a Storm and Forge reunion where I'm like, his name is Daniel? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I should have
It's
known
weird
that, I
when they
guess.
don't go by the code names.
It's like, wait, did I know that already? I guess I just never really fully understood Forge until this is what I mean by like this season and last season loving the characters, because I don't just look at it like, whatever, it's Forge. I'm like, I'm invested in Forge at this point. You could not have paid me to care about him before, but here we are now.
I didn't even know who he was before. And then now I'm just like,
is he
I'm
even
all
an
on his
X-Men?
side.
Like he just seems like an old guy that just hangs around, and I'm like,
Right.
no, now I know, I care about him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. I love that relationship with him and Storm. It's fantastic.
But he's pretty much like, hey man, like we can go back now.
Yep.
And Storm's kind of like, not sure that's gonna happen. And Wolverine sets up the next scene by just being, hey man, a lot's happened since Asteroid M. And that's where we get to see that Cyclops and Jean are trying to do like let's just raise Nathan but not tell him who he is to us. I'm not gonna get into the details of like it's actually Madeline Pryor's kid. I just like that Jean's like, my son. I'm like, yeah, this is I am a parental figure for him. I just like that. But yeah, they basically have to talk to Forge and be like, we're not going. And Forge is like, you can't stay, because everyone throughout the episode goes back and forth on what will change the timeline, what's supposed to happen, what will it mean. We'll get to that conversation later, because I feel like Storm has the most realistic response to all of this. But for now, it's just kind of like up in the air of like, yeah, maybe they should leave if they're not supposed to be there. And the reason I say we'll get to it is because Cyclops and Jean aren't saying what Storm's saying. They're just like, fuck you, this is our kid. Yeah. Why would we not just be with our kid? We sent him away, and now we're like, that was a bad idea. Yeah. We should just be with him.
I mean, to be fair, they sent him away because of the technovirus thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying.
I don't agree that they think it's a bad idea. They are looking for an opportunity to be like, we
should have just stuck with him.
Yeah.
I do think that.
Probably someone should have gone with him, but either way, I'm just like, they clearly see an opportunity to be like, hey, we get to do parenting things now. That's pretty cool. Can't blame them for it.
Yeah, so basically, there's the timeline thing, but more specifically for this instance, it's, will you being here stop Cable from making him be the person he's supposed to be, or will it help? Again, I don't think that Cyclops and Jean are interested outside of just, it's our kid.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter to us.
Yeah,
like we're not really trying to argue in good faith here. We just want to be with our kid.
Yes.
Then we move on and we see, I only know of I'm sure it was dealt with in the comics. I'm not a Apocalypse from the comics type guy. I just remember it from the Bryan Singer movie where he does need a new body every so often.
Yep.
So he's in his like sarcophagus type thing, and he's just like talking as like a disembodied voice realistically, because I feel like the coffin is more just like,
yeah, he's doing a Zordon thing.
Yeah, he's doing a Zordon thing, and he's just like, yeah, so like what's the deal here? And his guy, who I guess is called Ozymandias, I didn't know that. I had to find that out later from Nando V movies, and he's just like, oh yeah, there's this kid, Nathan Summers. This is great. He's young, but also because of what's going on with him, you'll never have to jump bodies again.
Yeah.
And so let's just do that. Yeah, and Apocalypse was like, yeah, great, sure. Just send the Horsemen and let's get this done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, interesting. Okay, so this is what we're doing here in this timeline. Apocalypse needs a body. Got it. Cool. And yeah, as I said, the Horsemen just go to take him.
Yeah.
I do like this part throughout the episode, and technically the second episode as well. Jean is trying to help Nathan with his telekinesis to work with his virus and in his hand, because he doesn't have the full. And when I say full, I mean the what looks like actual like Bucky metal arm yet. He's got like a messy Terminator, not quite there yet hand.
Yeah, now. It's definitely not. It's the beta version, so to speak.
That's the best way to put it, actually. Yeah, the beta version. But she's basically trying to get him to fully embrace his powers. And I like that he's kind of like, I don't even really feel like I need to go further because now my hand doesn't even hurt that much anymore, or like the virus doesn't hurt that much. So I think I'm good. And she's kind of like, I mean, all right, we'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I just like that little beat because it will come into play later in the episode of them trying to be like, hey, you could do a lot. And he's just like, I think I'm good. I think we got to exactly where I need to be. Yeah, this is the point of the episode where it's made clear they have not told Nathan who they are to him. Mm-hmm. And I like that Cyclops is like, yeah, now he's admitting when he's not talking to someone else, like, this probably will disrupt the timeline, so I don't know if we're doing the right thing. And Jean's just like, screw a timeline that wouldn't let a parent be with their kid. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey man, I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of where they are. And yeah, Jean's just like, we'll just take him back with us. We don't have to stay here. Mm-hmm. That part, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It seems like you should stay here. But they don't have all the information at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like if we'll get to her, but if we had Mother Ascani being a bit more forthcoming with what her plan was up front, they might feel differently. But they don't know what her plan is, so they're just, yeah, just take him back with us. And you can just convince Mother Ascani that this is a good idea. That way no one will turn on us.
I mean, to be fair, Mother Ascani's at that point just like, trust me. And then Scott and then Jean are like,
says that,
what, with my son? Like,
I do feel like we don't really see her do anything until Scott comes to her. I'm sure you're right, mm-hmm. and that up until this point, it's just been like, just trust me. But as a viewer, I didn't really see her do a trust me until Scott was like, hey, this is what we want to do. I notice you haven't really told us anything because I keep going between Scott and Cyclops, but Scott and Storm at different times are like, fuck you, man. Like, stop talking in riddles. What's the deal here?
Yeah, because they were there for quite
months.
some time already.
They've been there for months.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's 2 or 3, but it's like, it's been months.
Yeah, because Forge is the only one new to this. So, yes. But still the idea of that, like, they're all there for months, and like, yeah, Scotty hasn't said anything about what the plan is. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. Like, that's absolute bullshit. Unless it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, if I tell you it won't happen kind of deal. But I'm just like, no, you gotta give him something.
Yeah. So yeah, he goes to her, and that's when she's pretty much like, all right, look, he needs to stay here. Again, I like her plan. If we're doing time travel stuff, I'm like, this is a good plan. She's like, yes. I'm trying to cover my bases here. He's here and he's in the past, so let's try and stop him here with yes. Nathan, who will become Cable. And then also, I went to the past, so hopefully he won't even become Apocalypse. But if that doesn't work, then we have this failsafe. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey man, covering your bases. This seems like a plan you would just tell people.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it would be bad.
She doesn't even get to the full extent of why they're there in this scene. She's just like, no, this is the plan. And I'm like, that is a good plan. Yeah. I have to say.
It's a fantastic plan.
Her only problem is that she's like, but you got to leave for it to work. That's why I'm like, well, you got to figure out a way for them to stay if this is your plan. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just like that her plan is like, hey, yeah, we're just doing it. We're fighting him at different times.
Yeah.
Now no one can say, why don't you just go back and kill baby Hitler? She's like, I'm trying.
This is it, that's man. What I was going to say.
Like, it's not even, I'm going to go back and kill baby Hitler. It's just like, I'm going to go back and try to make him not become fully Hitler.
Yeah.
That way he doesn't have to die. Or no babies have to die.
Yeah, and this is the cool thing about Apocalypse to me, because when he always goes like, I am the Alpha and I am the Omega, I'm like, this is one of those great examples of like, we're trying to get him at his Alpha and at his Omega. It's a super good plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Pusher, Storm, and Forge are still talking, and the main point I brought out was just her being like, I don't feel bad that I let Scott and Jean like have a chance to say goodbye, because basically at some point Morph is trying to like distract by being like, hey, like let's go play fetch, or not fetch, let's go play catch. Let's go play catch. And so then like Nathan's doing something else, and I don't know, I mean, obviously Storm doesn't think they're gonna try and take him, but she was like, I'm gonna give you a chance to like say goodbye to him now. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna facilitate that. But it just turns into Morph coming back and be like, have you seen Nathan? Because he said he was gonna come meet me to play catch, but then never really showed up. I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
And that's when we cut to Nathan listening in on Cyclops and Jean's telepathic conversation, where they don't say he's Cable, but they're like, well, what about Cable? And he's like, I can hear you. Also, who the fuck is Cable?
I love that. It's like, I can hear everything you're saying. It's like when I was a kid, my parents are talking in Chinese to try to like not be subtle. I'm like, you taught me Chinese. Like, what are you doing?
I know, you've been teaching me the telekinesis.
It's such a silly thing, but there's like no other way to do it in that moment in time.
No, and I'm sure it came like a second nature to them.
Yes,
of just like, this is how we talk.
Yeah.
I think now is probably the best time to say that. Wait, now I don't remember his name, but the guy from Obsession is Nathan. I feel like
Ray Chase. Oh, no,
nope.
not Nathan.
Michael Johnston.
Yeah,
that's his name. Yeah, I feel like he's hopefully going to be a hero in the. I mean, I don't know, because obviously by the time he's Cable, it's a different voice. So I don't know if he's going to have to, because I really saw him as a true villain in Obsession, which is the only thing I know him from. But here we are. He's doing Nathan. I'm like, good. And I need to see you in a role where I don't have a burning desire to punch you. I'm enjoying his work here. I just was like, this feels like as good a time as any to bring up who's actually voicing Nathan. Unfortunately for them, also it is important that before they're attacked, Cyclops like, I don't trust Mother Ascani, which probably is why they're just trying to abscond with him. But he's just like, nah, I don't trust her. Something up. It is unfortunate because I feel like that is also his daughter. So that, so it's like, you're really, you're weird with your kids, man. Like, he doesn't know it's his daughter, but it's just like, I know it's your daughter. So it feels like she's just watching you be like, I gotta protect my only kid. And she's like, sure, buddy.
Yes. Yeah, like, I kind of knew that too. I wasn't like dead set sure on it, but I'm like, I kind of think that, that's another.
Well, she looks like Cable when she takes her hood off.
Yeah.
So you're just like, yeah, like this is confirming it for me.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, are they putting in this many connect the dot things where it's like later on where she goes like, oh, I'm Talia Ghul, and I'm dumb. I'm a dumb person.
It's Rachel Summers. So like, so this is actually Scott and Jean's kid, biological kid. I should say. I'm not trying to remove Jean from parenting Nathan as well.
Right.
But yeah, this is, they get into a battle. They're attacked by the Horsemen. They do some cool moves, but it's not good enough. No. They're taken out. This leaves Mother Ascani, Wolverine, Morph, Storm, and Forge to come across the aftermath of the battle. And I like that Wolverine, for once, has something good to say. He's like, yeah, good on the Summers. They gave them hell before they got taken.
Yeah.
I'm like, respect. Game recognized game. This is where Storm has the right approach to this, which is Mother Ascani being like, what the hell? I told them not to do this. They're ruining it. Like, this is not part of the plan. And Storm's like, you don't know it's not part of the plan. Like, this could just be a necessary step in his journey. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't. I didn't think it ahead of her saying that, but I'm like, it is true that you can't say for certain that this isn't part of it. Just based on most like Greek stories and tragedies and stuff like that, where it's like it's gonna happen. It doesn't matter how you try to circumvent. Like if this is going to happen, it doesn't matter how many pit stops or like side quests you take. It's gonna get there eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Storm's addition to that, because it's just like, yeah, there you go. Like that's the right thought. It's like, who's to say if destiny is what you're talking about, then shouldn't this be a part of that destiny to get him where he needs to be?
You should take into account that it will just happen, even with this what you think is a deviation.
Yes. It's just not going according to your plan, basically, is what she's saying.
She can't say for certain, like, no, I saw it play out, and it needs to play out this way. She's just like, no, this is just what needs to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm with Storm on that. Then they have a thing where I was definitely like, yeah, I know what they're talking about, for sure. Like, they're like, this is ship. I'm like, sure. I know. I remember. I don't remember.
I don't remember that at all.
Like, we know this. And like, I know it's from the original series, but I'm just like, as we said up top, I wasn't a fan by the end of the final series.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure Apocalypse is like third or fourth season, but I could be wrong about that. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. It is from the last Apocalypse episode, but Ship and Wolf again. No, we know about this, and they're like, we're gonna use this to chase down his super train that goes very fast. And Forge is like, yeah, I can jerry rig the engines. We just need whatever level. I think it's like a solar storm or solar star.
More power, basically.
And Mother Ascani's like, I can do that. When really what she means is Storm can do that. They're like, oh, great, perfect. Okay, so then how we're going to do that? And she says more riddles, and that's when Storm falls out. Like, it's getting kind of tiring. If you actually know how to do this, just tell us. Like, this is bullshit. So, yeah. This is where she's like, this is going to happen. I've seen you do this before. You'll be fine. You're going to be able to summon the power we need. Also, that's why I brought you here to the future. And then that's like a big reveal. First time I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, oh yeah. Like, I saw what was happening in the finale of the last season, and I split the team up. I put some people in the past to stop Ebsabanord from becoming Apocalypse, and I brought you guys here to just stop Apocalypse if I have to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, see? Now
so we can do it.
Now all the cards are on the table, and everyone can act accordingly.
Yes.
So this
We're not
good.
trying to decipher riddles anymore. That must have been so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I really like that. Star was like, this can't keep happening. If you have an answer, just tell us the answer.
This is not good communication. It's amazing.
Big fan of that. And then we get to see the Summers family all chained up. Not literally, but you get the point. Yeah. And so this is where Jean's previous lessons are put to the real test, where she's like, okay, so yeah, you know how you were like cool at a certain level, you're gonna need to keep pushing. Yeah. And she does talk him through that, and then it's Cyclops basically being like, just so you know, like, she's your mom, her telekinesis can't be beat. I'm your dad, my optical blast can't be beat. So that means that you have all of us in you, and you're going to be able to do this and just keep pushing forward so that you can be at the same level as us in terms of like mastering your powers. And I'd like to think it was just him being like, oh, I know who my parents are. They do the speech from last season, to be clear, before they sent him away, and he says, oh, I remember that somehow, and I thought that was nice. But it is what kind of gets him over the finish line, and I feel like he even outdoes what they were expecting, because they're like, oh, okay, cool, and then he's like, no, I can just do this now. And they're like, yeah, even better, great. Because they're like, okay, you're out now, you're gonna have to do this on your own. He's like, no, that's okay, I'll just let you out.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, that previous scene with Jean being like, okay, we'll try to more. I'm like, yeah, this kid's talented but lazy. Yeah. And then put him into the test, and it's like, okay, yeah, okay, he'll get there.
So Ascani does the initial get the ship in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'm told this is through Phoenix powers. I'm currently reading the X-Men versus Avengers, so I was like, yeah, I get it, yeah. Rachel and her Phoenix powers, 100% got it. I wasn't even being dismissed. I was like, no, this makes sense to me, even though I don't fully understand what the overall thing is. I was like, I get what she's doing. This makes sense to me. And they're like, okay. And Forge was really supportive to Storm as well. She gets up in the air. They play her theme, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, her theme's awesome.
And she does it. She gets the solar storm, brings the energy down, and the ship is off to the races. And I'm like, perfect. So while the Summers are fighting, that means the rest of the future team can come in and help with the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the Freeze the drummer thing, because he drummed part of the theme song as well. I'm like, this is really good use of what's going on here. I'm into it. And then Morph turns into Thor and just gets him out of there. Speaking of Nandovi movies, he seems to constantly be upset that Morph can do whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I'm here for it. Yeah. Morph, I feel like they've made Morph consistently just be able to turn into whatever mutant. Mm-hmm. I understand that if you're a book reader, that might be galling, but I'm just like, what? I like it. I like that Morph can just turn into whatever and then use their powers.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
This is why I have to always qualify all this with, I didn't really get into X-Men comics until recently, so I don't have this feeling of Morph shouldn't be able to do that. I'm just like, hey, this show has consistently, I know this is a continuation of the original where they didn't do that, but they do it here, so
yeah.
I'm
well,
down.
I mean, the original, they had to fridge Morph for basically storytelling purposes, and then
Morph still comes back.
He comes back, absolutely, he does, but it takes a while for him to rejoin the X-Men, and even when he is gotten rid of that evil thing.
I don't know if Morph's supposed to be non-binary in that as well, but Morph is non-binary in this for
he's
sure.
Non-binary. Yeah, they are non-binary here for sure.
Yeah.
But back then, no. Back then, it was very clear.
I'm sure they used he/him pronouns. Yeah, that feels like
then.
I remember Wolverine using he/him pronouns. But for that, I just didn't want to confuse the issue. But back then, they were definitely using he/him. For this, Morph is non-binary, but I just enjoy that they get to do that comic book thing of, oh, here's this character without having to justify it story-wise outside of Morph turned into that person because that would help right now.
Yep.
That's what they needed, so Morph did it for the 10 seconds that it took, and that's cool.
Yeah, and it's not like Morph stayed as Thor the entire fight. It was just for one hit and then changed back to Morph and then started morphing into other things. So I'm just like, it's not that big a deal.
Not to me. I don't want to take that away from people who are big Morph fans or feel like Morph has to have limits. But the way they are deploying Morph, I don't feel like it ever gives them an unfair advantage in any fight. It's just no, that's just a cool finisher.
Yeah, it does not.
This is great. So yeah, I'm okay with it, but I'm happy to have people be angry about it.
Sure.
At me for liking it. So they do that. Mother Ascani guides the train into Apocalypse's stronghold. Ozymandias is like, we gotta get out of here. And for the second time in the episode, someone says, we gotta go back to the 90s, because that's where Apocalypse wants to attack.
That's
X-Men.
apparently when they were the weakest, which to me was a big question mark.
Well, certainly they would be weakest if he went back to 97 after Asteroid M.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But it's just the fact that he's like, we gotta go to the 90s. I'm like...
But if they're all gone, I don't know if that makes it weak or just non-existent.
Non-existent, yeah.
There's still Sunspot and Jubilee.
Right.
But even Forge and Bishop have left, so it's really just I'm going after these two X-Men.
Right. Okay, that's fair. If he just goes like, oh yeah, we can take out this Jubilee and Sunspot kid.
Yeah.
No worries. 'Cause, yeah, I believe that.
So yeah, that's Apocalypse's plan, and Nathan puts his hand through the field computer or whatever that ring is. I don't know what it is, which gives him field computer, and as I said, the Bucky arm, even though it's very clearly just classic cable arm.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm taking some stuff from the end of the second episode, but the field computer is like, you gotta just send the X-Men back. I'm putting an end to this debate. They gotta go.
Yeah.
They're not. It isn't part of the journey for you to stick around with them. It's nice that you know they're your parents, but you gotta get them the fuck out of here.
Let him grow up with trauma. That's what he needs.
And Ascani, who is technically his sister, is like, don't worry, people who care about him will be taking care of him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah.
You should probably say who you are.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode showed you when you just put all your cards on the table, things work out.
Yeah, it's like, hey, spoiler alert, you get pregnant with me.
Then we cut to Cable, who is in the 90s. He's working with Archangel, and oh my god,
Psylocke.
I said Cycloak. Yes.
Cycloak.
What's wrong with me? And they're like, we're gonna take out Apocalypse through his current for this time period, Horseman, and we're gonna recruit Jubilee and Sunspot. Again, they're literally the only X-Men left, but that's good enough for them.
Yep.
And then we are in the second episode.
I gotta say, I love the animation that they did for the X-Force opening.
Well, let's build up to that. Come on.
No, but we're talking about it already.
But that hasn't happened yet.
No, I thought we were talking about it.
We're talking about the episode that has
My
a nice
bad.
reveal.
My bad.
We're talking about a force to be reckoned with. This starts with some children who I have heard rumblings may be Generation X or Generation X. I don't know. There's a lot of X teams in this. They will become, I'm assuming, but they're running from somebody. They're looking for the X Mansion. They get there and they're like, "Fuck, it's gone." And they're like, "Well, we need to find somewhere safe." And the one kid is just like, "This was the safe place. This was all we had, and it's gone."
I like that kid.
Yeah. And then X Factor shows up with being led by Havoc, who is Cyclops' brother, because he does the
messy family.
Yeah, he does the Cyclops and go, definitely the good guys. I'm like, I see what you did there, but also he's definitely not the good guys.
Nope.
In
Government
this instance,
funded good guys, which are just
they work for Val Cooper. But yeah, the X Factor, it's left on. We're definitely the good guys, but we will find out later on that they apprehended them and took them somewhere else. But before that, we cut to a newscast that Jubilee is watching that confirms, oh yeah, X Factor just relocates mutants for their own safety. And they're run by the government, Val Cooper.
Yep.
And you're just like, yeah. So they're just the bad guys.
Yep.
I have seen a lot of people online upset about this. I shouldn't say a lot. I've seen discourse about this. What is interesting to me is there are black people who are like, yeah, fuck them, they're ice. I always kind of felt that way. And then there are white people, out of the very small sample size, that are like, no, they were never like that. This is, like, I can't believe they would do this to X Factor. And I'm just like, I certainly didn't read X Factor.
Yeah.
So, like, I just like that that's how they're being deployed in this. And also, as the episode goes on, it's very clear that Polaris is like, yeah, I'm on the bad side of things.
Yeah.
It feels like an opportunity for characters to grow as opposed to just setting them in one lane and being like, that's just who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have noticed that some people are completely on board with this being an ice insert, and other people are like, how dare they make X Factor ice?
Yeah.
Which is weird. But yeah, basically, Jubilee's like, this, everything's fucked, this sucks. to Sunspot, who's having a good time and said he learned how to play learned how to enjoy playing video games.
Yep.
And that's
starts hustling at the arcade.
And that's where we see Cable being like, aren't you supposed to be the peppy one? And then it cuts to her being like, wait. I like that even Jubilee's like, sorry, you have a secret team that needs to actually execute properly, and you actually want me on the team? Like, there's gotta be other people other than me, Jubilee, to be on this team. And he's just like, no, you actually had the last encounter with who the target is, so you are genuinely helpful to me. And that's when she says, does this team have a name? And that is when they have the amazing reveal of the X-Force theme song and title cards and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's so sick.
They even tweaked the music of it. I thought that was a great reveal.
Yeah.
Worthy of building up.
Yeah, that I just completely spoiled. Rotten.
It's fine. It's fine. People know what they're listening to.
Yeah. It was too exciting to not. I wanted to talk about it so much. I'm sorry. It was so good.
No, it's great. I really like this episode. I like the first one too, but I really liked this. I haven't read X-Force. I haven't read X Factor, but I was just like, I like that they have something interesting to do in the present as well. We're not just split between past and future with, hey, let's check in on what Jubilee's doing. It's like, no, this is a real thing we're doing here. This deserves equal screen time, which is how the 3 episodes that came out this week have obviously, or last week if you're listening to this the day this comes out, but the 3 episodes that have come out so far, it made sense that they're like, you get these 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that. But yeah, this is they're looking for war. Green guy, bowl cut. I know that the Horsemen always have the same names, so I don't actually know who this mutant is, but he's the War Horseman in this iteration. So they track him down to Brazil, which is nice. We get to see more Jubilee and Sunspot dancing.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a good job with Jubilee last season, but I really appreciate the effort they put into this episode. This is mostly what I had top of mind when I said the care for the characters is still there this season. Yeah. They really went out of their way to be like, this is how Jubilee is a worthwhile character to follow.
Yes, because famously, I have always been like, Jubilee's powers suck. And now I'm just like, oh, in the right context, knowing how to use them properly, they do not suck. They're actually pretty freaking cool.
And just her general, she doesn't come off as just the OG Willikers character that she is supposed to be in the original series. Yeah. Because she's young. In this, her heart actually helps, and I feel like she gets through to a bunch of people in this episode. 2 key people. Both, so I liked that. But yeah, they're in Brazil, they're tracking him, and I like that Cable's like, why are you guys dancing? And I like that she's like, do you want us to blend in or not? Like,
it's like yes. You told us to blend in.
This is, and that I like that it like leads right into, unlike this guy, isn't that just war?
Walking around green skinned and all.
Then we get a great Psylocke. See, I didn't have to say Cyclope that time. We get a great Psylocke being like, I got him. Jumps off the building. First Jubilee and Sunspot do a version of a fastball special, which is nice. And but War still gets back up, and Psylocke does her like, I don't know this power, but she like kind of does like this mind thing on him with her purple butterfly. I still don't know what she says when she like clashes with him. I should have put on the subtitles, but I was just enjoying the visuals. And that knocks him out enough for them to be like, okay, we can tie him up. This is where he doesn't have a lot to do, but I do like that. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the Bryan Singer movie where Archangel was a horseman, but I know, or Psylocke was one, but I know that Archangel is famously a horseman. Yes. And I like that that's just you should just know that because of how he's acting while he's around this, and he's got this intensity and this anger boiling over, and he punches War when War's like, it's just inevitable. This is gonna happen, and I'm like, I do like that they've carried over this anger of a former horseman.
Yeah.
I really liked that element of it because he doesn't have a lot to do, but when they put the spotlight on him, it's time well spent. I'm sure Cable knows this because he's like, you can kill him after Psylocke tries to do the reading the mind where she gets to see kind of what Apocalypse's plan is, but then we see the diamonds pop in, so it's like, oh, Emma Frost stopped her from seeing the full picture here. And as I said, Jubilee being like, hey, aren't you supposed to, and Cable cuts her. I was like, yeah, you want us to be polite? No, that's just how Professor X does it. We're just taking what we need here. And he gives a huge gun to Archangel, just like, hey, kill him. He's not going to tell us anything else. And I was kind of just with Jubilee, I'm like, you probably could have got more information out of him. You didn't have to go. I wasn't with the whole, hey, we can hand him over to the authorities. I'm like, aren't you seeing what X Factor is doing? Like, that's not a better option,
right?
Like, you need to just make the one argument of we could get more information out of him.
Yes.
But no, they commit to killing War. That genuinely happens, and I was like, hey man, this guy doesn't fuck around. And he told her when he was recruiting her, Cable was like, look, we're trying to get shit done. We're not trying to. I think we talked about it last season as well, of like letting being a hero getting in the way of actually doing something. I'm not saying I agree with Cable. I'm just saying this is a version of that, of like, no, I'm not concerned with people thinking I'm a hero. I know what I need to get done, and this is what I'm trying to do. And he said, yeah, governments are going to be after us. This is going to be a big deal. But if you're in, you're in. There's no turning back or like dipping out when you get uncomfortable. And so I like that that's not really up for discussion with Jubilee, but it's like, no, like, you obviously need my help, so you need to tone it down. And Cable immediately is like, oh, I feel like you actually have answers, so yes, I will be toning it down. Maybe not fully, but I will. Fair enough. Noted. You have you are bringing something to the table here, and that's where she's like, very clearly she got blocked by Emma Frost. That's where we need to go. We need to go find Emma Frost. So yeah, I liked that, and Emma Frost is kind of just like, yeah, I need money or like favors. I'm not really looking to just give you information, because Jubilee rightfully points out, we saved you last season. And she's like, doesn't matter. I don't really care about that.
Only looking out for her own interests.
So she pretty much sets them up to get captured by X Factor, but they fought well, and only Jubilee was captured. And it's not even like it's because she got outfought. They just literally yanked her at the last second. And
she was the last one through the door.
I appreciated that she still put up a good fight. It was just they just grabbed her right at the right time. But yeah, I think before she gets captured, when Havoc's like, hey, wrap this up, and then Polaris literally wraps people up, Jubilee's like, you were an X-Men, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's just like, I am doing the right thing. And she's like, oh my gosh, you suck. So we see the entry point for changing Polaris's mind, where she's like, wait, what? Do you not see how this is the good thing? Like, we're doing the right thing here. So yeah, that opens up an avenue for a later conversation that I appreciated. Also, apparently Nev Campbell was supposed to be Polaris, but that very clearly is not happening.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, I have to just be like, well, I don't really like how she operated with the whole Scream thing, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm referencing it. I'm like, you suck. a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, she's not here for now, even though I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it was, yeah, I think it was supposed to be that she was Polaris. Because I was like, maybe she's Rachel Summers, but no, they got a big name for that too, Gates McFadden from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yep.
So that doesn't feel like someone you just get, like, as a, oh, sorry, can you fill in for us? So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Polaris. I don't know who the person is. Like, I know their name, but I just, like, I don't know who this is. But yeah, I'm like, oh, so not Nev Campbell. Fine with me.
Yeah.
Where are we here? Yeah. So the next scene after Jubilee gets captured is Havoc and Polaris trying to break her, being like, do you see how this is a terrible idea? Like, Cable's a madman. He didn't even try to help you. And Jubilee's just like chewing gum, like, you're not going to be able to change my mind on this.
I love her attitude in this. And I love the comeback of like, hey, guess what? Yeah, his methods are questionable, but his cause is actually worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm. Yes. She's on the right side here of not being ice.
Yes.
And I can't remember how, but basically Havoc's like, okay, I'm going to leave. And so then it's just down to Polaris, who I feel like people are going to get angry at us for not mentioning that she is the third Magneto kid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just acknowledging that now. I'm aware she's Magneto's kid.
I was not.
Oh yeah, no, she's Wanda and Pietro's sister.
Cool.
But yeah, that's one of the metal bendy stuff. But yeah, she is like, come on, man, like, we both know Professor X, and I'm like, and not me, but Jubilee's like, that's where you fucked up, because yeah, think about Professor X. Would he be proud of you? I don't even know if he'd be proud of me, but would he be proud of you? Think about that. And that is right away where where Polaris is like, shit. All right.
You're right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get you 5 minutes. And she just removes I forgot to say, Jubilee has the collar on.
Yeah.
But she removes it and she's like, you got 5 minutes. Go for it. Mm-hmm. And we get an amazing Jubilee, like, hallway fight scene. And just
so good.
What I like, I guess hallway is the right way to put it, because much like Daredevil, it's not like she just plows through everyone. Like, she gets knocked down too, so like there's movements to the fight, and she's winning for a bit, she's not, or she gets knocked down. It is not a clean sweep, which makes sense for Jubilee.
Yep.
But at no point are they trying to be like, oh, she's in trouble. It's just more like, this is work for her, but she can handle herself.
Yeah.
And it's paired with Sunspot getting on Cable's case in the ship, being like, we gotta go save her. Mm-hmm. And Cable, like, she can handle herself, like, she can do this stuff. And I wasn't a fan of how they treated Sunspot in the first season, but I like him here when he's like, just because she can do it by herself doesn't mean she should have to. And I'm like, yeah,
I love that. Yeah,
this is the team stuff. This is what is good about X-Men.
Yes,
that they're a family that way.
Yeah, and it really, like, when I rewatched the episode, I'm like, oh, that really cuts through Cable, because Cable gets that more than anyone else.
Right.
The idea of, like,
I had to go without my parents.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of shit by myself, and clearly now I'm finding a team. So I like those moments where Cable's just like, through this whole episode, where he gets proven wrong by Sunspot and Jubilee, and doesn't say anything, immediately just changes his actions. It's great stuff.
Yeah, he gets maybe not new information, but he has things reframed for him, and he's just like, yeah, that is the right way to be.
Yeah, it's a different perspective, and it's good. That's why you like these discussions and all that kind of stuff. It's fantastic. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Wait, yeah, that's when I think they're like closing in on Jubilee, and I feel like Polaris gives her like an extra push of just like, this is because, oh no, maybe it was just the collar. Yeah.
But just being like, you reminded me why I got into the superhero business, so thank you. I don't know why I have that so low in my notes. But yeah, basically they get out, and not just Jubilee, but she finds the mutants that have been relocated by X Factor, and including the kids from the opening of the episode, and basically is like, Cable, Sunspot, I guess X-Force, listen, I'm good, I'm out, but I'm bringing more people. This is not up for discussion. Go pick them up at the back, and then I'll be good. And so that happens. There's a cool, like, she distracts all the guards, does even more takedowns while the kids run off. And she jumps off the platform when Val and Havoc kind of think they've got her cornered, because they're like, well, you won't jump. And they're holding up another collar. They're like, it doesn't have to be this way. And she just like knocks it out of their hands, like, yeah, I know, bye-bye. And then jumps. Sunspot gets to catch her. They get to have a nice, I'm assuming it's a peck on the cheek. Either way, they have a nice embrace. Good teamwork there. And yeah, they head off. And this, I will say, in the actual episode. Oh no, wait. Before that, you see the news where it's basically Val Cooper being like, "Oh yeah, fuck these people. Like they're public enemy number one. We need to get them. You gotta make sure that treat them as hostile." And Cable's kind of like, ugh, "Great, now we've got everyone looking for us." But it felt like he knew that would be a thing. I guess it just happened sooner than he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's not thrilled about that. But they're kind of just like, we did the right thing. There's no shame in what happened here.
Yeah, there would be shame if they just left without taking the kids.
Yeah,
that would be terrible.
Yeah. So that's what I meant by like, and I know you were agreeing with me. I'm not trying to sell you even more, but that's what I meant. Like, this was really great for Jubilee. Of yes, there's the physical aspect of it where she's not a joke.
Yes.
But you see the influence she has over people.
Yeah.
People who are willing to do the right thing, I should say. In the face of people who are just bad guys, she doesn't back down. And then the people who need their minds changed, she does work at changing those minds.
Yeah. And then when they get on the ship and Cable's giving her guff about, like, getting the people, I love what she says. It's so poetic. It's so good. She's like, she says something, and I'm not going to do it any justice. I'm going to paraphrase right now. But she says something to the tune of, like, why bother fighting Apocalypse if we're not going to bother defending what we have to fight against? And I'm like, that's so beautiful. And she just walks off and does a mic drop. I'm like, this is great. This is the best I've ever loved Jubilee.
And I liked her a lot more in the first season, but what I should say is, if we're comparing it to the original run, I liked Jubilee way more in X-Men 97 season 1, but then this episode I was like, oh, I just like this version of Jubilee. Or if this is always how Jubilee is supposed to work, I like that they finally did that justice in this episode, and I'm hoping moving forward. This is the most I've liked her in an already like upswing in me liking her based on season 1.
Yeah, it just keeps swinging up and up and up. It's so good. And then to see her and Sunspot's relationship, I'm like, this is really cute.
Yeah, like they right away they were flirting in the first episode of season 1, and now they got their own thing going. But this is I know I borrowed some from last episode, but in the episode, this is where you would have seen the flash forward to Nathan Summers in 3960 with the field computer being like, you gotta send those X-Men home. No, we're not doing this. But one thing I did want to point out is I don't understand why Sunspot has like a Raphael bandana on. I'm assuming that's a reference to something, but I'm just like,
is it?
Don't you just go all black? Like, I just don't understand what purpose that serves, because you can go to a point where people wouldn't be able to tell who you are.
Right.
So that it just seems like a dumb. It looks weird. I have to say, like it blows my mind.
Sure.
That's the only knock against Sunspot I have this season. Is like, what are you doing with
His
that
fashion
bandana
choices? I mean,
on?
like,
It just doesn't make sense because like it's not even like a forehead bandana. He is wearing it like a Ninja Turtle.
yeah, it's so,
So like,
funny.
what? What are you doing?
I don't know. I will say there is something that like there's a psychology in like wearing something and all that kind of stuff that's like, yeah, it's game time or it's beast mode time
Putting
or whatever.
that on. Yeah, like
yeah, that
you
must
have
be
an
his.
X-Men costume. Put on your costume.
Yeah, that fair.
I mean, whatever. It's a choice they made. I will just assume, in my ignorance, that this is a reference to a panel, if not a storyline.
Sure,
but it just I don't get it because you already look anonymous when you do your powers.
Hey, I mean, the one thing I will say is like through this whole episode, the thing that bothered me more was Jubilee's all of a sudden roller skates that come out of her shoes.
They do come out of nowhere. I was like, I don't know why she has those.
Yeah,
It
was
doesn't
like,
seem like it would make things particularly easier.
I'm just
Like
like,
it looks
it's
cool.
cool.
It looks
But
cool,
at the same time, I'm just like, you can't go cutting back and forth between not having them and then having them on all of a sudden just to flee with the kids. It's just like, what the hell's going on? That part bothered me.
She
If we're
has
talking
them
about outfit
before.
choices.
She does have them before she flees with the kids, as
Right.
in like they're set and they don't ever go away.
Yes.
But I was like, wait, why? Like, there's a scene where she's pushing off a wall where I'm like,
Yes.
oh, are they? When I rewatch, I'm like, oh, are they going to show me that they came there? No.
No,
I was like, they
no,
just show
those are
up
black
out of nowhere.
shoes, and then she puts on her yellow rollerblades, and it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't.
That part bothered me more because I'm just like, A, where were you hiding those? And then B,
She did
why
have
would
yellow
X?
She had
why
yellow
would-
boots. It just they weren't. I didn't see how they popped out from there.
Yeah, it's not like it's a wheelies situation or something like that. They're full on inline rollerblades, and I'm like, this is crazy.
It's like Batman and Robin, which makes sense because it is '97.
Yeah, the ice skates and the shoes.
Yeah, like that makes sense because that movie is probably out at that time.
Right.
Not like Spider Noir, where he's referencing movies that aren't out. But
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, that.
But I just was like, in that movie, they go to the trouble, however implausible it is, to show you the blades coming out. In this, they don't even do that. They're just like, hey,
They're
you want to
just
see
on.
something cool or not?
Yeah.
You can have this cool thing, or you cannot have it. And I'm like, I guess I want this, but I just don't really feel that she's in a better position because of this. I just think it looks cool.
Yeah, it's just like cool. She's adding more of her pizzazz to this whole thing,
Mhm.
and I love that. But that was one, if we're talking about outfit choice thing, that didn't make sense to me. I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Like
You were right about
Sunspot
that.
putting on the bandana, I'm just like, all right, whatever, I could deal with that. Because again, I think that's just like, hey, this is my badass mode.
I think you're right.
Yeah, but the rollerblades, nah, she was just clowning around or something like that. Made
I
no
think,
sense.
yeah, if it was what she did to, like, get out of there, but she does it before she's trying to get out, like, she's still
Yep.
fighting and she's got them on, I'm like,
She's got them on
It's
while
just
she's
cool.
fighting, and then she doesn't, and then she has them on again when she's escaping with the rest of the children. Which doesn't make sense to me, because I'm like, well, why are you rollerblading the same speed at which everyone else is running? That doesn't make sense. Wouldn't you be rollerblading to get ahead?
yeah, I mean, she's technically ahead of them, but yeah, I think they would have stayed behind her regardless if she was
Sure.
like, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, I feel like realistically, yeah, the blades are an issue if no one else has them. And it's like, well, you already saw what happens when you're left behind, so maybe you should just be at the same speed as everyone else.
Yeah. And then it's just also the other curious part about it. I'm just like, man, this X-Force really sucks. Was it X Factor?
You're talking about X Factor, yeah.
Yeah, X Factor really sucks. They didn't even like bother confiscating shit from her when they captured her.
I mean, they put the
the dampener?
collar on her. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's Jubilee, so like I feel like most mutants, feel like,
Do you
even
think-
without the collar, what the fuck are you gonna do? But we're putting the collar on you, so there you go.
That's even funnier. Is like not only are a lot of people on our side, the human side, of the consumers being like Jubilee's powers suck, but even within universe, they would be like,
Well,
"Pff, what's she gonna do? Entertain us?"
That's why I thought it was funny when she's like, "Sorry, Cable, could you run this back? You want me on the team? Like, why would that be a thing?"
Yeah,
I liked that, but it was all in good fun because they knew they had a strong episode for her.
they absolutely had a strong episode for her, and I could so overlook that. But I'm just within the context of a discussion of like outfit choice. I'm like, nah, the Jubilee rollerblade thing is way stupider.
No, that's fair. I guess I just have it out for Sunspot because I'm like, you should look black. You should at least be voiced by a black person.
Yes.
Being black does not make you not Latino. You would still just be Afro-Latino. And that is the interesting part of that character. But I will not get on that soapbox again.
Right.
So yeah, those are the first 2 episodes. I understand people might have thought, even with me saying we're doing the first 2 episodes at the beginning of this, that we should do all 3. But I've already told you, we have a schedule here. We're going to do 3 and 4. So that's, you've probably seen it, but we will be covering that next week. And then we will get into my adventures with Superman because we have that episode banked and I will be away. And then we will return to our X-Men coverage when I get back.
Yeah, and then to add on to those reasons, it's I hate doing an episode that's specifically a 2-parter, and we only have the first part. Like, what the hell? Like, what are we gonna do? It's like, oh, I hope they do this in the next episode. Like, come on. And then reason number 2 that I will add, it's none of your business.
Well,
I've been rewatching Community. That's why I said that.
That's a good rewatch. I really like that show. So yeah, that is the schedule moving forward. And if you're wondering why, Ben has already let you know it's none of your business. And what is your business, though, is how you'd like to interact with us. So please go to tdfeverything.com/spoiledrotten. You can also follow us at tdfspoiled on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube. You can email us, spoiledpodcast@gmail.com. And please rate, review, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, do all that good stuff on your podcast platform of choice. Yeah, we'll be back. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.
Cheers!
This has been a TDF Everything production, brah.